We are here once again in Bob's basement. I am Dan. I have with me Bob,
owner of the basement.
Nick.
Very excited to be back in Bob's basement.
And Allie.
Yes, my last time in Bob's basement.
Yes, Allie is going to be leaving us. Unfortunately, we've had the pleasure of having her as part of Chicago Beer Geeks for a little over a year, I think. Mm-hmm. And every single one of the podcasts, basically. I think you might have missed out on one of them.
Yeah, I missed one.
Yeah.
So 6 out of 7.
6 out of 7.
Are you getting deported?
Yeah, I'm actually deporting myself to Fort Collins, Colorado,
Right on.
where I will join the beer community there.
Yes. Definitely a big beer community out there for sure.
That's a fun scene, man. I love it out there.
Yeah, we got Boulder, Denver, Fort Collins.
Colorado Springs.
Well, that's
That's
further
yeah,
afield, but like that nice little kind of like obtuse triangle, would you say? It was, between the three. That would be awesome.
So many Casey, Weldworks, New Belgium,
Yep.
Odell.
Jessups.
I'd say the per capita number of breweries out there probably rivals Portland.
Yeah. Yeah, I would believe it. I mean,
comes close.
I went out there, I mentioned it to you before. I forget
Yeah.
what town it was. It was sitting there, man. And I forget what town it was, but it was Colorado Springs maybe, I can't remember. It was wherever the big military base is.
I'm not keen on the military base.
There was a
locations.
brewery I went to, I can't remember what it was called, but it was like in an old school.
Really?
And
That would be
yeah.
so cool. I want to
They had
go.
converted all the room, like
Wait, where
part of
was
it
this
to a brewery. I forget the town. It was wherever they were
What
military
state?
base. Colorado.
Oh,
So we were somewhere Colorado.
so I was grabbing a beer.
Yeah, apparently Bob is very forgetful.
No, when you said there's in Portland area,
Oh, no.
there's McMenamin's chain of hotels, and one of them is a school that has a brewery in it.
Oh.
So I
Now
was
this one was
trying to get a beer.
They kind of made different parts of the school and different things. Part of it was a brewery. And
Really?
they had some food, and then you walk down the school hall, and there was like a bakery
Really?
and some other little shops, but then they still had like the old school gymnasium floor, and everything was just a gymnasium still. Like you weren't allowed to go in there officially.
I have to go
It
there.
was. I'll have to find out what it was called. I
Yeah,
can't remember.
we'll have our fact checker check that fact and get back to us shortly.
It was.
Who's the fact check?
I'm just pretending there's a fact checker.
I was gonna say I used to.
Yeah. So.
Imaginary
And I guess in case you didn't realize that you're watching or listening to Chicago Beer Geeks podcast, we are on episode number 7.
Yeah, 7.
So yeah, and if you watched episode 6 where we were at Prarie Crafts, we did say we were going to be with Hop Butcher this time, but unfortunately they had to cancel. So
Reschedule.
We'll reschedule with them.
We will be doing one there.
And,
Looking forward to that.
So we decided just to drink in Bob's basement like we did the first couple,
Yeah.
because we don't have a guest today. But we'll do our normal spiel, tell you about some events we've went to, some events that are coming up, and you can be envious of us having some of these beers that we're going to have today. Mm-hmm. Right now, we started before the podcast drinking out some Rue de Floyd and also some Crack the Sky. So we're apparently on a 3 Floyds kick with Dark Lord Day coming up in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And we had 2 Hop Butchers before. We had some Spiteful. But the last 2 opened were
3
Three
Floyds.
Floyds.
Yeah.
And this is you guys were saying this is the second time around for the collab, the Floyds and brewery collab. The first time was
Yeah.
the barley line, right? Like Old Lake line, right?
No, that was actually with Firestone Walker, Old Lake.
Oh, what was the first?
They did
the
Floyd
same
de Rue
beer.
and Rue de Floyd.
Same beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Floyd de Rue, at least I had a bottle of it and it was infected. And a lot of people said it was infected, I think.
Huh.
So it was not that great. Not at all. I don't know about the Rue de Floyd because this is the first time I've had that. I didn't have the original batch. I don't know if you did, Bob, at all.
I had an infected one.
Oh, nice. So were they both infected the first time?
No, I only had the infected Floyd de Rue
Okay.
before.
So it's Floyd de Rue, and this one's Rue de Floyd.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, in celebration of Allie's last podcast, we're opening a 2010 Bourbon County Rare. So I'll be.
Thank you. It's a party.
Yes, BCS Rares. 2010. You remember that, Nick? We were there.
We had to convince you to go get a hat from CBS.
I didn't think it was going to be that cold, man. It was like super freezing.
What month was it?
It was Black Friday.
This was Black Friday.
Are you kidding? That's
2010.
freezing.
Black Friday 2010.
It's
This
like,
was,
that's a cold
at the
night.
original Clybourne pub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And we actually
when
had to
is it
stand in line at
opening
Penny's.
again?
Allegedly this summer. This is bottle 2684.
2016.
I mean,
And I want to say I also have 2006-85.
I mean,
Surprise.
at what
Oh.
point do you stop
think
calling
I
something
just-
rare? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how many can you have and still it be rare? You know
Thank
what I mean?
This one I think was in much lower quantities than
The current
2015 rare. So
Yeah, or 2016. Well, 2016, it was still the 2015 rare that they distributed, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, this one was 23-year-old Pappy Van Winkle barrels.
Yeah. And we went, so we had to get the bottles at Binny's originally. We went to the Binny's across the street from Clybourne.
Yeah.
And then stood in line there with a lot more people than I thought, because in 2010, this was the most expensive bottle of beer you can get.
Yeah.
It was like $45.
$42.95 I believe.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very
And,
specific. Yes.
Then we went across the street to the brew pub, and they had it on tap. And actually, I still have my glass, my
Oh,
Black
the
Friday
Black Friday
glass.
glass. One of my favorite
They
glasses.
just gave you, like, you didn't have to buy anything but buy a glass on tap, and they gave you the glass. It was really, really cool event. You know, that was
Wow.
something they've obviously continued with Black Friday, but it's changed quite a bit from what it was. It was
Yeah.
a smaller scale then. So what do you
Was
think
that the
about
event you went to and there was like a white tablecloth and everything was set nicely?
That was this year's or last year's Black Friday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, me and Bob went to that. Yeah.
And I want to say that's a tradition they started around the time this came out.
Was it?
Yeah, they'd have you they'd have the big release at that Benny's. That's the biggest Goose Island partner in the world for them, you know,
Yeah.
distro wise. And then you come over and they have that layout,
Yeah.
and they pair with, like, was it chocolates? And
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff they paired
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
with. There's like
formalized.
a truffle,
Chili.
chili, yeah, and a few other things that they paired with. Because they gave you basically all the BCS variants,
Yeah.
as well as the rare.
They also had the Goose Island, I believe it was Impervious. No, what was the? I can't remember
It was
the
called.
name.
It was basically BCS.
Probably way off on that name.
Can I see the box, Bobby? I definitely prefer this box over the
crate?
rare, the wooden box.
Yeah.
People are making, like, lampshades out of the rare.
Lamps?
The wooden box?
Yeah. like
Coasters,
like lamp bases.
Openers.
I would
mean,
personally.
Why do you
rather-
prefer the cardboard?
I don't know, man. I think it's really the story, the Greg Hall story. It's got, like, these 3 paragraphs on it that really kind of bring
Yeah.
you to tears a little bit. Yeah.
Oh.
And I would prefer, like, on the current rare with the wooden box, get rid of the wooden box and take $5 off the price.
Right.
I mean, the box isn't related to
Or 10.
the barrels that they use at all. It's just
No,
it's just
it's
this
just a
random
cheap wooden
box.
box,
You
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
It's a cool box, but it's like you're paying $5 for that box.
Yeah, well, wine in a case has its nice wine box. You know,
Yeah.
beer can do it
Just
too.
for
Oh,
comparison,
yeah,
yeah.
let's look at it.
course.
Check it out. We have the artifact on display here.
Yeah, aged for 2 years in the Pappy Van Winkle barrels.
Yeah,
I
this
do
is
prefer the Pappy
Heaven
barrels over
Hill.
They have
the
the
Heaven
ones,
Hill
yeah.
ones, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if
It's-
this year we saw the
It's very coffin-like,
rare
isn't it?
bottle.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
wouldn't surprise me at all.
It's quite like a coffin. It's where the beer goes to.
Yeah, when me and Bob
To
actually went to
age.
the event, we talked to one, or Bob asked one of them that specific question. Is like, hey, last time you put King Henry in the Pappy barrels, it's like, are you going to put the barley wine in the barrels, the rare barrels, this year? And he's like, I can't tell you.
I can't.
I
tell
don't- I don't
you.
know.
So that,
Plus
as far as
point.
I'm concerned, that's a confirmation.
That might as well be like saying, yeah.
Someone that went to Prop Day this year took pictures of barley wine that's been sitting for over a year in the 2015 rare barrels. So, rumor is there's supposed to be a rare barley wine for the 2017 25th anniversary
Oh,
release. So
my gosh.
King Henry 2.0 or some other.
King Henry's awesome. That's still
Yeah.
awesome. We had a bottle last year. We opened it. Darkness Day. It's incredible.
Yeah, King Henry, Cherry Rye, and the OG Vanilla for me.
Ooh,
And
yes.
so I think that's as high as
That's a good
I
one.
got all the bourbon counties
Is that
slightly
King
within my
Henry?
reach. So
Yeah,
King
Oh,
Henry's,
it's
yeah.
best basement.
Yeah, and then since last time, another thing, we were at Prarie Crafts last time, talking to them, and they did invite us back out for their anniversary party that we talked about. And me, Ellie, and Bob went to that, and it was a good party. They had a lot more people there than I thought they would.
Oh yeah, it was packed.
they had a lot more
So-
people there.
There's a
than
line.
They thought they would. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was an awesome
Excellent.
event.
Exactly. Yeah, there
Great
was
event.
evidence of that.
They did have a bathroom problem.
Yeah, I was going to mention it, but you went there. Yeah, there was some plumbing issues, but they were all on the scene for that. They were trying to figure it out, and then they did figure it out, which was awesome. They had bands.
Is it true that someone flushed a bra down?
That was the
The
rumor.
rumor that we heard.
What
Yep.
the shit is that?
Someone
Yeah.
flushed
That's
a
what I
bra.
want to say. Like, it
That
was
is shitty.
plumbing problems at no fault of their own.
Did you
Like,
find the bra?
If you want to get rid of a bra, throw it in the garbage
I'm
can.
sure
Yeah.
there's a garbage can in there.
You know, especially
Yeah.
maybe an underwire bra.
Right.
You
And
know,
the
that doesn't go
padding?
through the pipe very well.
No,
Not
most
much
breweries
clothing
have
is going to
the.
go through the pipes. Right?
That's a very selfish act.
Yeah.
Very
Oh
selfish.
yeah. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
well,
Shame
you know.
on you.
The
whoever
beer
did
was
that.
a flowing, and the minds were a going.
Yeah.
So, bra on
But
the
the beer
toilet,
was good.
whatever.
They had the anniversary ale, which we had.
That's what I was going for.
They did have a couple variations on the anniversary. A chili pepper one
Yeah, that was.
and another one. They had a
Yeah.
brown that was not the
Chipotle
anniversary.
cherry.
The Chipotle cherry. That's what it was.
Yeah.
What was their anniversary beer? Was it a brown ale?
Yeah, it was Imperial Brown.
Imperial Brown.
It was
I think there's one right.
the Chipotle cherry. Was that the one they released at the last moment?
No,
That,
that
was,
was
the vanilla
vanilla.
cacao.
That vanilla cacao was the crowning
Which
achievement.
I don't think was their
No,
anniversry.
it was not, but
just
it
a
was
regular
the
brown.
most delicious beer we
It
had
was
had.
incredible. Like if they keep making
was
beers
amazing.
Like that one should have been the anniversary.
Yeah,
because
that-
that one was the best.
That
beer
should have
of
been the
day by
focal
far.
point.
Yeah, that one was. It was.
It was incredible.
Yeah, it put all the other beers to shame.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but
Yeah.
it did because it was really
Yeah,
good.
I really liked how that event at specific times. I think it was like on the hour or something like that.
hour, yeah.
They released or gave out like a beer, and then it kind of kept us in anticipation. It kept us in attendance, or else like we might have left. You know?
However, so on the board of beers or chalkboards they had the times listed, but they had question marks. They wouldn't tell you what was going to go on.
Oh yes, that was cool.
But then the head brewer's dad was there, and he's like, "Hey,
Big
Big Bear's dad."
Yeah.
We're talking to him, and he's like, "The card they gave you when you came in lists all those beers." And I'm like, "Oh, really?" So it actually had the names
Yeah,
of
they
all the
really
beers
did.
right on it. So it wasn't much of a mystery if you realized
Bob,
that.
you have a piece
Which
of paper
I didn't.
hanging around, don't you?
I didn't realize that at all.
I thought I saw
It's
that
upstairs
earlier.
on the table.
Yeah.
Whatever. We're down here.
Okay.
It's all good.
Yeah, so I didn't even realize that till he told me, and I had it in my pocket the whole time.
Yeah.
What the beers were. I'm
Yeah,
like-
I didn't know what
I
that
tried to
was.
ask the owners, and they're like, "Oh, it's a secret."
Well, anyway, it was a great event. Excellent. There was indoor space, outdoor space. There were bands playing. This exceptional band that was playing covers of like Simon and Garfunkel and Beatles and like
Yeah.
other like classic rock.
Unfortunately, no Taylor
Songs.
Swift. I think there was some Taylor Swift.
No T Swift, no
Yeah.
T
Oh,
Swift,
yeah.
but it was amazing, and the assortment of people there was really eclectic, and you know we made new friends. And
Buffalo Grove.
yeah, Buffalo Grove. It's really like you won't even notice it from the street. You have to obviously Google Maps. It's very accurate on the maps. So
Well, you were
it's
there last time.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we
So
recorded.
yeah. So yeah.
Oh, that place.
Oh,
Yeah, that place. But yeah, I would recommend, and we would all recommend checking them out,
It was a good, good
especially
time.
if they have that beer that we love with the vanilla cacao.
I heard we'll be making a rumor second appearance.
Thank goodness.
So, yeah,
That's
thank
amazing.
you, Raj, Manny, Matt, and Jeremy. That was a fun time.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was a nice day too. Mm-hmm. Definitely had a good
Yeah, it was a
unlike
beautiful
today,
day.
which we're filming on Sunday again, and it's been raining for like 3 days.
It's
now.
like
Would
46
Dark Lord Day have
degrees.
been this weekend?
Dark
Yep.
Lord Day would have been
Yep.
yesterday.
That would have been
Yep.
gross again.
Dismal.
Exactly.
People
Yeah.
camping out in that. What a
So
soppy,
hopefully
nasty.
in 2 weeks when it happens.
What's over there?
Yeah,
Lots of food right
Nature
food.
must not
Oh,
get
this
down
one?
the memo that it
This one right here.
changed.
No,
Yeah.
so-
Oh,
what's
this
next?
one right here.
I'll try the.
The
That's
bourbon.
great. I'll try the other one.
Oh,
Sorry.
Did you not get anywhere yet?
oh my gosh, choose one.
I don't want to drink. I had some. It's very nice. It's
We got a whole bottle. We got to.
Drinking all the Rudy Floyd.
I
Yeah.
like the rare, man. It's still holding up.
It is.
Yeah.
It's past the 5 years. It says on the bottle too.
Okay.
Yeah.
It
So-
develops for
Yeah.
5 years.
So, Nick, you went to the Whirly Ball, KBS Whirly Ball recently?
I did. The Whirly Ball guys, and we were talking about Colorado Springs because they're expanding to Colorado Springs.
What? No.
The Whirly
Yes.
Ball. Whirly Ball. So there's Lombard, there's Chicago and Elston, and then there's KBS Beat the Brewers. It's KBS season. KBS has been out maybe, I don't know, a month or whatever.
Yeah.
So they're hanging their hat on this Beat the Brewers event where they invite the brewery out. You sign up and you get to play Whirly Ball against the brewery.
Ah, that's cool.
It's Whirly Ball. If you're not familiar, it's a weird cross between like bumper cars, lacrosse, and like basketball. Right? Yeah. I scored my first Whirly Ball goal.
So did you?
No way!
We
Congrats!
won 2-0.
Amazing! Good for
And
you.
one of those two was you.
Man, got the assist and came from under the backboard.
Whoa!
kidding me?
Is that
So-
moment just replaying?
Here's the key to a whirly ball, real quick. It's all don't just hurl it like that, like across. It's all in the wrist. Keep that elbow straight, and it's all in the wrist.
I thought it was all about drinking beer before you do it.
And see, they say that it started in Utah, but perfecting the art of being drunk while doing it, that happened in Chicago.
And they have a good beer selection at Whirly Ball too.
Dude, like sneaky good. There's like
Yeah.
24 taps. All the locals are there, you know, like Local Option, Pipeworks.
I went there it was
Spiteful.
2 or 3 years ago when they first moved to that new facility off Fullerton there a little ways. I forget where it's at.
Yeah, it's like Elston. So,
Yeah. So when they first moved to that new facility, I actually had my birthday party there.
Oh, right on.
We played some Whirly Ball. So
Cool.
Whirly Ball's awesome. I love it.
I've never played.
Yeah, you can be lazy and
Good?
Yeah,
drink
Whirly Ball's
and
really
sit in
fun.
a bumper
That sounds
car
fun.
and basically beat people. Like
Is there a
smash
cup
into
holder?
guys.
Yeah, you can smash into people.
Yeah.
There's one out by our work.
There's one in Vernon Hills.
Yeah, Vernon Hills, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The original one is down in the burbs. I forget where the other one is, or maybe the Chicago's the original. But I thought the original was like in the southwest burbs or west burbs.
Yeah, I only know the two.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these guys have a really nice tap list.
Nice.
And then there's also there's bowling and there's also laser tag at this place.
Yeah.
And it's a massive space. Like they do KBS, and, you know, they do some Bourbon County releases. I like the space because it's upstairs, it's downstairs, and everyone's not leaning over each other trying to get, you know,
Yeah, it's
like
good.
a
It's
mad
pretty big.
rush to the bar, you know.
Oh,
And
that's
the,
nice.
They can have a proper.
I didn't
release
bowl there, but I remember like walking past the balls that they had, and they're all like, or some of them at least were basically replica like pool balls.
They look like gigantic
Really?
pool balls.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it's
cheers
kinda
to those
ridiculous.
guys. They have the Blushing
Awesome.
Monk on tap, which was
Oh,
one of my favorites from
I just had that on tap at Hopcat just last weekend.
Yeah.
They had Blushing Monk. They
Delicious.
Had, they had Old Curmudgeon or Dirty Bastard. What's the
Backwards Bastard?
Backwards Bastard? They had Backwards Bastard on
Yeah.
tap. It was really good. They had. I've been telling you guys about this one called Stay Puft Porter by
Yes.
Mobcraft out of Milwaukee.
Need to try that.
Which they have a really interesting story where they crowdsourced a lot of their recipes, or at least the idea of the recipes. So that's very interesting. Check out their website. But the Stay Puft Porter was really awesome. So that's incredible. Yeah, like we said, we had Dark Lord Days coming up in a couple weeks. So probably our next podcast, regardless whether we're with Hot Butcher or who we're with, we'll bring that up and talk about it.
course.
That'll be a focus.
I think they're kind of the pioneers locally of the big badass bottle release. These Three Floyds guys. I mean, Goose Island came online with Rare like 2010, and that was like a really big release. But I think Dark Lord Day was going on before that.
Oh yeah, it was going on well before that. At least it got big before that because it's been going on since like 2004, I think, or something like that.
Well, 2004 was the first year Dark Lord Day was released, but I want to say maybe 2005 or 2006 was the first, like,
Yeah.
I mean, 2005, I think there was like a 2 case limit, you know.
Yeah,
wasn't
it was
really
like
truly
7 or
festival.
8 is when it really started picking up, and I know 9 is what it really became. And then 11, when was their anniversary party we went
2011.
to? So 11 was the first year that they only let people in with tickets. Before that, like anybody can go.
Yeah.
You just couldn't get bottles. So, and another, big release is always in Florida. So where's that beer?
Oh,
You got the
Tampa Bay.
Cigar City.
Yeah, Cigar City.
Let's open that one up.
Are they going to distribute here?
Hunahpu
probably
Imperial
not.
Stout.
I don't see them coming here anytime soon, just even based on their I think they distribute like Florida and part of Atlanta, or like
Yeah.
that area. But
Florida and Georgia.
I will say, going back to Three Floyds Day, Three Floyds Dark Lord Day, this is the first year that they're switching up the way that the beer is released in terms of variants, which
So
I'm a
last
little
year-
impartial because I'm out of town, and I will say it's a great idea, being that everybody pays the same price for the ticket, that they're spreading the variants out over the 5 groups. I know so many people that got Group A are bitching incessantly about that, but
Yeah, because they're gonna have to be split up. They can't all just get.
they
it
can't
all.
all get, yeah. they
Because
have-
that's how it was in the past, right? Like
Yeah.
first come, first serve on the variants, basically.
Yeah.
Now this I've had before, and I wasn't as super impressed with it as a lot of people are.
How does Hunahpu Day compare to Dark Lord Day? Has anyone been to Hunahpu Day?
It's much larger. It's easier to get tickets. I almost went this year because I was in
Very
Florida
sweet.
during Hunahpu Day, but they sell
not what I
different
remember.
levels of tickets where you can get 4 bottles, 8 bottles, or 12 bottles. And I want to say tickets for like the 12 bottles were available for
Yeah, because they
Couple
were
weeks.
pretty pricey.
$400 for 12 bottles, $300 for 8, or $200 for before. But
I mean,
they
it tastes
have
like-
some amazing
like
guests.
It tastes
Mexican.
like candy.
Yeah, we got cacao, cinnamon, vanilla,
Cinnamon.
and 2 types of chili peppers to honor Hunahpu and the cacao tree from whence he was spawned. There's this
Hunahpu came
amazing
from a cacao tree.
myth. A myth? I said myth. It's
No,
a myth.
no.
A myth.
We've been
Yes.
drinking a while.
Yeah, Bob made us pregame, and Allie is dwindling.
You hear that, Bob? You forced us to.
Yeah.
You hear that?
Yeah, the cinnamon and the vanilla is there. It's like candy. It's better than I remember.
It looks so Hawaiian, right? Like there's no this. I mean, it's very like Mayan,
Yeah.
obviously, but like I feel like it's
Yeah.
I think Cigar
Hunahpu is
City-
a.
A lot of people love Cigar City, and they don't impress me as much as I would have expected when I first heard all the hype about them. This is good. I like this, but a lot of their regular
Oh.
beers, since we can't get them, I think
Strange.
that's why a lot of people just want them.
No, I mean their Cubano espresso.
It's like a brown ale,
It's
right?
like their brown ale. It's like the Cubano espresso version of Maduro, I believe. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I mean, I will say they're a little overhyped, but they make some solid beers. There's no denying that. Like if they were available here, I would buy them.
Yeah.
I enjoyed a really nice IPA aged on cedar from them at Phobab one year.
Whoa.
From the,
Yeah, the
That's
white oak.
amazing.
these guys.
Whoa,
They
yeah.
make the white oak highlight, but
Yeah, the highway
Yeah.
is white oak.
Yeah, did they?
but cedar, I don't know.
This was like a cedar IPA.
I
This was the
have,
one in Bridgeport. That one.
I still have 3 bottles that are collaboration with the brewery, where one was on cedarwood, one was on grapefruit wood, and one was on lemon wood. The 3
Whoa.
different wood aged
That would be
saison
fun.
collaborations.
That's so
Interesting.
complex.
Yeah, I remember there's the first Dark Lord day I went to, which was 09. There was the Pop Skull, which was a collaboration with Dogfish, which was their what's their beer that's aged on the wood?
Oh, Santo Palo.
Santo Palo Alto.
Yeah.
Yeah, or is it Palo Alto or something? I forget what it's
That
called.
sounds right.
Something like that.
Sounds right.
It's
Yeah.
Santo
Yeah.
Palo something. Palo Alto is probably not correct.
No, that's
But
not right.
yeah.
Fact checker.
But that Pop Skull was a really good beer. I mean the Santo Marone maybe. I don't remember what it is. Bob will figure it out.
Palo Santo Marone.
Is that what it is? That sounds accurate. More accurate than what I was thinking. I haven't had it in a while. It's still out in stores. Santo Marone. Okay. Yeah, so that's a good beer from Dogfish that's aged on the wood. I forget which wood it is.
I kind of like that show that he was doing. You remember
That show was awesome. I
What was
loved
it,
it
Brewmasters
actually.
or something?
Which
Yeah.
show?
There's a show called Brewmasters. It came out once a week.
It was a Dogfish
It
on
was a beer
Discovery, I
show
think.
Yeah.
featuring Sam Calgione.
Yeah.
And they were just making new beers every week, and they would chronicle it, and it was a beer,
Paraguayan Palo Santo.
the Chica beer where they all spit in a jar,
Yeah,
like
that's
that Family
pretty
Guy
disgusting.
episode.
Yeah.
There's the Miles Davis beer. It was just following him and his
Cool.
chronicles,
Yeah.
getting people together.
It was a cool show. They canceled it, unfortunately.
Oh.
Rumor was it didn't Anthony Bourdain come out and say that they were pressuring him because Budweiser was pressuring Discovery or whatever that they dropped their sponsorships if they didn't.
What?
I think
I mean, that
that's
sounds
similar to
about
what I
right,
heard,
but
Yeah. So Budweiser had a big enough sponsorship on Discovery Channel,
Yeah.
paying for advertisements or whatever.
right.
That if they lost all that money, so
Yeah, like the California Alcohol Commission, they just sued Budweiser for pay-to-play tactics, and it was like the largest fine they've ever levied on their distributor ever.
Nice.
It was like the Budweiser distributor in California. This is kind of what they do.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep,
Yeah.
yeah. Because I know they sued Dogfish over the name Punk. They're
Pumpkin, yeah.
Yeah, because they said it was copyrighted. They're like, oh, it's Punkin or something. Like they're like, no.
That's
They
ridiculous.
lost. Budweiser
That's
lost.
stupid.
It's ridiculous. So yeah, this is unfortunately possibly Ellie's last podcast with us. Hopefully, we'll get at least one more out of her.
Yeah, I think next
Before
month
she
will be
leaves.
okay. Yeah.
We did. A couple of us got together, and you and all your other friends that are not beer geek aficionados necessarily, but last weekend we would hit up Empirical
Yep.
in Andersonville. Are they officially Andersonville?
It's like Ravenswood, I think, officially, but it's in that, I can call, maybe it's called a corridor of those areas
Yeah.
or whatever.
That was my first time going there.
Yeah, they have a cool space. It's pretty rudimentary. It's just basically bare bones. It's really like I would say really family friendly. I mean, there were a lot of
Dogs
dogs and kids there and
were,
families.
more dogs and more kids than I expected.
Yeah, Dan was a little bit
How do you
like,
feel about that?
he was kind of like backing out of there, just
I
kind of
messaged
like,
my one friend. She
"Oh."
lives in Edgewater, just up the road, not too far. And I was trying to get her to come out, and I told her that there was way more dogs than kids.
Yeah.
And her reply to me was, "Well, dogs and kids drink for free in Andersonville."
yeah.
I have 2 dogs and 2 kids, and normally when I go to a brewery, I expect that number to go down from when I leave my house, but it went up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was interesting. I wish I
Yeah.
had known.
Yeah.
Which I'm all about the dogs. I prefer
Oh.
the dogs over the kids. Although the kids that they had, they were young enough where they were just kind of.
Yeah, that was
Fine.
fine. It's comfortable, you know.
Yeah.
You don't have to put on a special outfit or demeanor or whatever. You can just come as you are and your stroller and whatever. So we brought a bunch of Trader Joe's treats and had a bunch of my friends there for like a goodbye send off type thing, and my husband is already in Fort Collins right now, so he did the goodbye and left, but I'm lingering on.
Is that the place where like the tap handles are like lightsabers or something?
No.
Oh no, there's no. It's kind of no frills, no
What place is
frills.
that?
It's what is
I
that?
feel like it was there at one point.
I don't think so.
I've been there once. It was a while
Were you
ago.
there on like May the 4th or
Yeah.
something like that? Or
I think I was there like a couple years
So yeah, put wish Ellie good tidings in her new adventures over in Colorado.
Thank you.
Put that in the comments as well. Everybody out there should wish her as well. So, put that out there. And remember to like our podcast, our Facebook, YouTube, everything, and subscribe to it. Share it with all your friends. Help us get out there. And do we have anything you've got written down for
Just
coming up?
real
events?
quick, some events coming up. We got 4 things. One of them pretty huge. We got the on May 6th, Chicago Beer Classic at Soldier Field. It's going to be a pretty big, intense event.
Can you get on the field at that one?
If you get VIP, you can get like the tour, but the tickets are like $45 for like general admission, up to like $105 for VIP, I think. So it depends like what level you want to commit to. There's amazing amounts of beer that you could drink there. Number 2, we got Lake Zurich Craft Beer Fest, 12th, 13th. You went to that?
I don't know. I went 1 year.
Okay.
Was it
Anyway.
I thought that was the year you went. You were pouring for like half acre or something.
Lake Zurich?
No, it wasn't Lake Zurich. That
Okay.
was Barrington.
Well, anyway, Lake Zurich's having a beer
That was
fest.
a hell of a party.
Yeah. But I bet Lake Zurich's would be good. So
There's a
May
Dirty Nelly's
12th.
party coming up in a couple weeks too.
Oh,
I heard
yeah.
I haven't gone to that one. Nick, you said you went to it once or something.
Yeah, there's like a spring
What?
fest at Dirty Nelly's.
when is the Lake Zurich one? I missed it.
12th and 13th of May.
What, 2 days?
Oh, so that's going to be over a Friday and Saturday then.
Yep.
That's Dark
Competing
Lord
with
Day.
Dark Lord and
Yeah.
well, and I will
Microphone.
also throw out there. Microphone is doing release for those of you that did not get a release and party for those of you that did not get Dark Lord Day tickets.
I think those tickets went on sale yesterday or today.
Popper?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's Popper.
Popper Day? Pale Popper Day.
Pale
yeah.
Popper Day.
So check out Microphone. I went there. Actually, I guess I haven't talked about this since, but I went there on their actually first day that they opened, and it was insane the turnout that they had. Mike's been doing an awesome job there. I got some of the Smells Like Bean Spirit, their peach off the record peach Berliner Weiss. Been there a couple times since they opened. It's awesome. Go to Microphone if you haven't been there, and if you didn't get Dark Lord Day tickets. Go there on Dark Lord Day and you'll have a great time.
Yeah. So quickly, Mayfest Lakeview is May 19th to 21st, which is like the start of the summer festivals, sort of. And then we got, of course, Craft Beer Week, which is like more than a week, the 18th to the 25th, starting with Beer Under Glass at Garfield Park Conservatory, and with the after party at Haymarket. So
After the show, it's the after party.
Yep. So that's $60 to $80 tickets, and you're gonna have a really good time. So
Excellent.
That's a good party.
So yeah, thanks again for watching episode number 7.
yeah,
So and we'll see you next time. Cheers.
cheers.
Excellent.